Hello, everyone. This is me, Ronnie, Hart Pickers, and that guy over that way on my computer screen is the Golden Finger Picker. And we're
Hello.
here tonight to spread the gospel for picking.
You setting the bar a little high there, buddy?
It's like a high jump.
Yeah. Jeezy. Holy cow. No, Ronnie's been going like mad crazy for the past 2 hours with Steve Rakin. They had a really good show, so you set the standard. Now, you better have some good shit to talk about tonight.
Dude, the only thing I know right now is between listing for like the last 3 days and taking photographs and putting stuff and just going because the wife's out of town, my butt hurts from sitting in this freaking computer chair. They need to make like a nicer chair, like a reclining computer chair. I would spend $1,000 on a nice chair. Maybe a massager in there, something, because this chair is quite uncomfortable when you sit in it for quite a few hours.
Well, I think that's really important. Some people probably snickered when you said you'd spend $1,000 on it, but I tell you what, guys, that would be a tool that, and I'm sure Ronnie's talking about a chair that will also help with your posture and to preserve your back because we do a lot of sitting as resellers when we're listing our stuff and researching and stuff. But it is something to think about, something to consider, especially from somebody who just went through being on their back for 3 damn weeks. It's messed up, and when he says he'd pay $1,000 for something that would benefit him and his business, I think it's a very easily no. Okay, you can use that, but just minimize that
Okay.
and don't turn the volume up.
Can you listen?
Sorry about that.
I thought everybody has smartphones these days.
I don't know what she needs it for.
Uh, but
What the hell? Oh, God. Now we know why she wanted it. Okay.
um, yeah. So how's your week been otherwise for
It's
you?
it's been good. Kim and I got out a couple days this week, and the good thing about it is we literally every time we went out, we come home. I got everything listed that we bought, so we've been really trying to um, use that mythology when it comes to because I know a lot of people know that I buy a lot of stuff in bulk, and a lot of it doesn't get listed, and it just kind of sits. Not that it's junk. I mean, I could go out to the garage now and find some home runs. It's just I've amassed a lot of stuff. Um, so, and now we're starting to get into the busy season, which is the art sale season. It's where we get a ton of our stuff. So it's been a really good week. And we'll show some of our stuff here soon. Now, I know Gretchen takes your pictures and stuff like that, and you had to do all of that. And I know we've been in some working hangouts, and you've been away from your desk, kind of like I do. It's like he must be taking pictures. So, do you like the picture taking?
I do. There's a reason why I made my wife quit a $25,000 a year job to take pictures and organize.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just, my job is to list. That's what I can do the best. And, I picked up probably 40 things, went to about, I don't know, over the weekend, went to like 7, 8 stores. There was stores surprisingly open Easter, and being by myself, I decided to venture to one, which turned into five a few hours later. And it was funny because I did really well at one, and you're thinking, oh, well, I'm going to really do well. And it's like as the stores went on, I found less and less and less. It was like by the last 2 stores, it was like I should have just cut it at the 3. But, you never know what you're going to find at whatever store. It's a crapshoot every time you go out.
Yeah, but I don't know. This is just, it still gets me. I mean, Ronnie goes out and he says he finds 40, 60 items. We're not talking cheap things, guys. I mean, he may pay up a little bit for them, but 40 to 60 of his items is what? $3,000, $4,000 easy, if not
Average
more.
about $50 a listing, so yeah, somewhere. Well,
Yeah,
that's like 2,000, somewhere in there. I mean, it just depends because, like I said, a lot of it I got at one store. Um, and it's not. I thought it was like maybe all possibly from one guy, but it's all different sizes, So it's definitely across the board, all different things, which was different and unusual. But I'm good
right.
with that.
Yeah, Kim went back to that, and I found that big Coogee rainbow sweater or rainbow sweatshirt or t-shirt or jacket.
Sweatshirt. Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, she went back and found a 6X, another one with the Australian flag on it. I'll show that here in a little bit. But does anybody notice anything different here? Come on, people. Nobody said anything, I don't think.
Get a free book.
Oh,
First
wait.
person who sees it gets a free book.
What book?
I don't know. Any
What
book.
your book when it gets launched? There we
Whatever
go.
book.
Yeah.
We see anybody in the comments chat? No, nothing.
No, nothing.
Hey, somebody got it. The radio.
That you really want to call that a freaking radio? Come on. Nobody.
Dude, he's 15 years old. I don't think he knows any better.
I don't think that is Dusty's boombox. No, that is not Dusty's boombox. That is Chad's ghetto blaster.
You gotta put
Thank
that
you.
on your shoulder and walk down the street.
I don't think people can actually appreciate the size of that because it's like way back there. But this thing, guys, is huge. I mean, okay, when you say ghetto blaster, size matters when it comes to selling them. And yes, Dusty actually did find this. Actually, I was with Dusty when he found it. I was on his phone, so he sent me pictures of it whenever he found it. He was sending me
Now,
pictures of everything.
now, does he show you everything and ask for your advice on everything you fix up?
I'm not going to say he asked for me for my. He shares it with me, and I give him my opinion. We'll
No,
leave it at
okay.
that. No.
That was a joke.
But yeah, guys, this. I mean, I don't think now can you appreciate the size of this? Okay, this thing is absolutely freaking huge.
I think he's bigger than I thought it was, actually, when I
Yeah,
see it
yeah.
next to you.
Whenever you see him in the videos, up on the shoulder, this cannot go on the shoulder. My arm is not long enough. It's not long enough. You know, it's huge, and I'm gonna go out on a limb. It's got a couple issues that I'm gonna work on tomorrow. This came in the mail literally an hour ago, so I was super excited when I saw it, and he was gracious enough just to sell it to me without testing it, anything, and so it could have been totally dead. I made a deal on it. I think he said it in his video what I paid for it, but I'm not going to. But it does power on. The radio works, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say $400 to $500. It's special. I mean, it really is. When it comes to the ghetto blaster, that it doesn't really get any better than that. It's a dual tape ghetto blaster, and
Yeah, it does. Get a little bit of
yeah.
brand name behind it would have helped you.
Well, I don't think you're gonna find. I don't think you're gonna find a Sony that
Well,
size
they have a few that
or a Pioneer that size.
I researched them once. I mean, there's some that go for like $2,000.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I almost fell on my freaking floor when I
But as
seen that
far
one
as
time.
but as far as the classic ghetto blaster look with the dual tape and the blue and the equalizer, it just really doesn't get any better as far as the look. So I'm super super happy to have it. Um,
I wonder what it costs to ship.
I I don't know. It didn't cost him much. I think it cost him more than what he thought, but it came in a box like this big. I mean, it was a big box, UPS.
You keep that box so you can put it right back
Oh,
inside.
dude, there was so much. He did a really good job. There was so much packing in there and everything. I'm like, cha-ching! I just got $20 worth of packaging. But yeah, really, really excited. Really, really. And somebody said the Selena jacket. That's not new. I just have my mannequin back up there. So,
All right, Chad, you got your Selena 60 minutes coming up here.
oh, hey, not a problem. Super, super excited. I have another Selena item in the mail on its way to me. Margaret, Texas Gal Treasures, found a Selena T-shirt, and she was kind enough to get a hold of me, and we made a deal, and it's on its way here. So hopefully by Friday, I will have the awesome Selena T-shirt, and it is an awesome Selena T-shirt. Trust me, it's the um, "Dreaming of You" T-shirt. Great colors and yeah, awesome,
I'm
awesome.
dreaming of you tonight.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, if you guys don't know who Selena is, you don't know what you're missing. But yeah, that's my Selena plug for this show. Super. Oh, there she is. There's Margaret. Yeah, I'm super excited to get the T-shirt in the mail.
Hello,
Super
Margaret.
excited. I was talking to Margaret, and guys, I think this whole idea is really spreading. Oh, right on. Yeah, Francisco knows. I listen to that song every day. Um, but I was talking with Margaret, and we hadn't really talked a whole lot before. And see, that's what's special about this community because we can come together due to, for whatever reason. I knew who Margaret was, but I don't think we'd really talked that much. But, she was saying how somebody had found her she collects Harry Potter, and somebody knew she collected it. They found a really cool Harry Potter wallet, so they hooked her up, got a hold of her, and now it's starting. Everybody knows you collect the remote control cars, the old Camry or
Say, Tamiya.
Hemi.
Anybody? Tamiya, radio control cars, or anybody comes across any nice vintage advertising, I will drive to you and take you out picking for the day.
Yeah.
Find something cool enough.
I mean, Ronnie has literally gotten a hold of me before saying, dude, there's a sign for sale down in your area. If I happen to win it, can we make arrangements and have you get it and ship it? I'm like, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Ronnie, how do you spell temp? How do you spell it? That's not the way it's spelled. I
Tamiya.
Right, gotcha. Yeah, but yeah, and I found a body to a truck, and me and Ronnie made a deal on that, and I think that's just really cool about what we all do, and you get to know people, you get to know what they like, and it's just you literally have a whole army out there hunting for you. So I think that's really, really a cool aspect of, you know, one of those perks of what we all do. And but how many? I want to know this. How many of you guys in the chat do this reselling, but don't collect anything? And if you don't collect anything, put over here. I don't collect anything because I don't know.
Collect money. That was gonna be my thing.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I said for the longest time, but it's just fun to collect something. I remember collecting baseball cards, and I was thinking about it not too long because I ran into a guy that used to run. He still runs our local shop and everything, and I used to spend a lot of money in there and stuff like that. And I was kind of thinking like card collecting's kind of died off big
Oh,
time.
big time.
The whole autograph thing, or they use the money with the game used memorabilia and stuff like that. It's just crazy.
Yeah. See, Michael Pierce, you're full of it, dude. I know. I sold you something. I sold you that big trunk. So you do collect. It's in all your videos, man. And yard sale hunter, really? I was expecting you to come on and say, I don't sell anything because I keep everything I get. This kid's got the biggest video game collection I've ever seen.
Just out of curiosity, Kyle, did you ever sell that baseball bat? Have you sold that baseball bat yet?
He could have sold that thing for $1,000. You were there, Ronnie, when I offered him $1,000 for it, and he said no.
Yeah, I remember.
He says I'll give you $20 off, and I'm like, what? Hey. Oh, he sold it for 800. Well, congratulations. That was still a huge score. We've got Elena in the chat. She collects jewelry. You know, you'll find a lot of people collect the stuff that they're very knowledgeable. You know, like I know Elena, she's very knowledgeable in jewelry. Yard sale hunter, he's very knowledgeable in video games. So, yeah, I think that's cool because you see some people, and if you don't collect stuff now, you may, because as you get to learn stuff, you get to really like it. And when you become I hate using the term expert, but when you become like an expert in that field, you like to be around it. So I don't know. Not that I'm
Yeah,
an expert in anything. I'm just saying, you know, when you
chains.
yeah, when you get to know something very, very well, you have a tendency to collect what you like, and it's okay to sell stuff too.
You have a bunch of
So.
different collections of stuff,
You
actually.
know, I do. I have a large, you know, between my old movie films. I got this right here. It's kind of funny. We're sitting here talking about. I got this is a big 35 millimeter film, and I forgot what movie this is. But oh, it's who Wolverine's in it.
Avengers?
Is Wolverine in Avengers?
I don't know. Fantastic Four, Fantastic Five.
No, I don't think Wolverine's in the Avengers, is he?
I don't
Anyway,
know.
this is that movie that's got like that Wolverine dude with the claws. X-Men. Yes, X-Men. I
Tells
got
you how
this.
much I pay attention to.
Yeah, I have two reels down here. But okay, here's a little tip for the day, guys. When you have like movie film like this, okay? When you have movie film like this, oh, it's upside down. But here's an idea. If you look on eBay, okay, look up certain movies, you can cut, okay, because each little thing is called a cell, okay. You could cut these and sell one cell, one frame for some decent money. Um, and there's probably, I don't know, 50,000 frames if you get a real popular movie. And because that's what one thing I was checking out. It's like, you know something, I've done slides, I've sold movies, but then I got this 35 millimeter movie, and it's like, what about this actual, like the frames, the cells? Looked it up, and sure enough, man, on some movie, I mean, five or six cells can sell for $24. It's like, holy cow. So I'm going to consider that, and I know X-Men is a really good, it's got a good popular following, and some people will just pay that kind of money. Don't know why. I think, I don't know. But yeah, it's really cool.
Did I miss them? Why would someone grab copper pennies? They collect copper pennies.
A lot of people have coin collectors. They want to get every single year. I mean, Kim and I, we used to go to the bank and we would buy cases of rolls of pennies. We'd buy a case of quarters. I mean, we're spending like $500 on a case of quarters. I don't even remember what they're selling for now. You know, we buy dimes and stuff, and we'd go through them. It was fun to go through, you know, and to find air coins, or I've got a whole bunch of air coins and stuff I've just over the years I'd found, and I've got them put up right now. But yeah, just all kinds of stuff like that. We love going through, checking out, you know, coins. It doesn't cost you any money either. If you don't have a lot of money, go to the bank with, um, you know, $50, and you can get a whole bunch of pennies. And if you, a lot of times we've gotten mint rolls, so we just kept them and sold them just as the rolls themselves from the mint. And I don't know, it's pretty cool. Yes, Kim likes the Starbucks, and she's got a ton of them.
Oh, they're talking about melting copper pennies if they ever stop making pennies. So is a
Uh,
penny cost more to make than it does actually?
is value.
I guess that's how
Yeah.
that would work. And Canada did away with the pennies, so maybe maybe they will.
I think this is our topic for tonight, man. Collecting as resellers. Is there anything else, Ronnie, that you really like besides your remote control cars and your signs?
I was real big into Lionel trains for a while. The problem is we never got into a place where I could set it up really and mess around with it. I still have a lot, but I started to sell some of it when we moved from the warehouse. Because you find so much of it at the yard sales, and a lot of it I already had certain pieces and stuff like that. So it was like, let me get rid of some of them. But I have more than enough still. It's funny
Yeah.
because I'll get them, I'll put them in big piles. I used to sell them to a local guy and make actually pretty good. Well, not local. He used to come down from like New Hampshire and meet him up in Boston, but eh, I don't know whatever happened to that guy.
Yeah, I mean, there's just a ton of stuff, and if you're somebody like me, you really like me. I like 60s, 70s era type stuff in general. I just really like the graphics from that time period. Um, yeah, I've sold some train engines and the train sets and stuff. There's some big money, especially the pre-war stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
usually the metal ones are the ones that you want to go after.
yeah,
The
yeah.
plastic ones tend not to carry as much. Well, they're made at later time, like you're saying.
Well, like anything else, the quality just over the years got worse and worse and worse, especially when it come to toys. Toys was the thing I think that really took the hit because if you think about it, when they produce a toy, they only expect that toy to last, a little bit of time for that child to play with, and then it gets tossed away in the trash. Toys weren't meant and still aren't designed to last a long time. So, um, but the toys back in the old days that were made, good quality, the metal, and it just it a lot's changed. The standard has changed. It's a lot cheaper now to build a toy than it was back then. So,
Yeah,
and
like toys when we were kids in the 80s were really fun and cool. And they lasted. I mean, you find them all the time
well,
still.
they're pretty basic. I mean, damn, I got two cups and a string in between them, man. It's like, hello, can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you. Real basic stuff. I mean, we didn't have a ton of money when I was a kid, but yeah, board games were huge when I was a kid. I mean, it's like a kid would have a collection of board games. It's like you got a board game for your birthday, you got board games for Christmas, you got board games from Grandma and Grandpa when they came to see you. And I mean, it pretty much my early teen years. It was like the board games, the Clue, Stop Thief, um,
Monopoly.
yeah, Monopoly, and then you could. My sister got the Merlin, man. That thing was the neatest thing. I mean, I don't think people understand how like cutting edge stuff like Merlin was. And my little sister got one of those Alfies, that helped her learn. Uh, it's just, I mean,
And then some of them bring crazy
oh
money,
my
like
gosh, yeah.
Fireball Island or like Hero Quest. Some of those games bring, well over $100 even used.
I just recently got that one. It's a bridge. It's a bridge that you make, and I sold it. I forget what it's called. It's something bridge, and it's got like these. It like rocks and shakes and stuff like that. But Barney Miller, absolutely, yes. I had that game. Starsky and Hutch.
Barney Miller.
Yeah, the Barney
I
Miller
don't even
game.
know. I don't know who that is.
It was a cop. Wasn't Fish? Fish was on Barney Miller. Yeah, Fish.
I
I
thought
think
that
he
was a
just.
band.
I thought he Fish recently passed away. I believe. Yeah, Forbidden Bridge. That's it. Oh yeah, that got me some good money too.
Fort Green Bridge.
That was in the past 6 months. Yes, Hero Quest. That's going over $100, isn't it, Ronnie?
On Amazon, I've gotten well over $100 for that game around Christmas time. Make sure all the pieces are there because you can't sell it technically incomplete. And I've seen, and I'll take pictures of it even because if it's used on Amazon, you can take pictures. And I kind of like that picture, and it kind of sets yourself apart from the other sellers selling it, and adds
Yeah,
more money for it.
yeah, yeah. There was all kinds of. I mean, just and I tell you what, guys. If I think with some of these board games, the longer you hold on to them, the more value they're going to get. Like the is it Maniac Mall? Stuff like that that's got some electronic in it, from the late 80s, early 90s, stuff like that is even selling for, I think I sold mine for like $70. Um, the old Candylands, they sell for decent money.
I
Uh,
remember Candyland.
Texas Cow Treasure, you do a lot of Etsy. Can you sell board games on Etsy?
If they're vintage, probably.
Mall Madness, that was it. That was it.
I
Yeah,
sold a Mall Madness one not too long ago. It was who was the chick that got all crazy? It was in the Disney Channel. Her father was the country singer.
oh God.
Hannah Montana. It was
What's her
Hannah
name?
Montana.
That's not her real name though.
No. But that was the name of the Mall
Yeah,
Madness. And my wife goes, "Are you really gonna get that?" It was at a yard sale for $1. And believe it or not, as soon as I sent that thing into Amazon, it sold for like $50. It
Miley
was new
Cyrus.
and sealed, but it was kind of funny. I was like,
Yeah.
people still want that, I guess.
Well, yeah, and even with trends, okay, certain trends can happen that will cause, collectibles to, I mean, the Trump game. I mean, Ronnie said this the other day. You couldn't sell it at a garage sale for a quarter. And now, how much are they going for now?
I don't know. I'll take a quick look
Maybe
though.
it was Dusty that was talking about on Amazon. Uh, yeah, the Donald Trump game. If you can get that thing sealed, that should get you a little bit of money.
We were talking
So,
about it the other day because yeah, I mean, there's one there that looks like his book, Trump the Game, that's selling for over 120.
yeah. I
The
mean, I
one
don't
you
know how many of those I've passed on, man.
the Donald
Unbelievable.
Trump, you're fired. I'm back and you're fired is selling over 100. They're all new prices.
Yeah,
I think they're all new prices.
yeah. It's crazy. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
new. We're talking new. But I mean, they're still bringing some decent money used. You know, just goes to show that actually.
Uh, Leno Green, yes, there is actually a Trump game. It's a board game, and I mean, it was out in what, the '90s, something like that.
There was one that seems to be from the 90s, and there's another one that came out when he had that Apprentice show.
Yeah, and they just closed out our chat. Uh, Thanks, Logan.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. But that game, I was kind of surprised because I was curious one day and I just happened to come across it. Um, and then I looked at the prices of it selling it. I was like, holy shit. But I mean, you couldn't give that game away probably 6 months ago.
Yeah, yeah. And guys, I mean, and that's just what we talk about. And I hate saying it like that, guys. I'm not talking down to you, but
In another
yeah,
6 months, you won't be able to get rid of that game again anyway. Even if he becomes president, that I think the fad of the whole thing will be over.
yeah, yeah. And that's awesome if you can pick one up, if you can find it. Don't think I won't. If I see one now, absolutely, I'm going to pick it up. Because I like Trump too. No, we won't go there. Oh man.
Uh,
Uh,
Wait, you like Trump, but you have all that Mexican singer stuff behind you.
really? You really want to go there?
I'm not. Let's change the subject and move on.
He is not against immigration. He's against illegal immigration. But
No, I'm joking about that.
yeah, yeah.
I,
Uh,
I Nah, we're not gonna. I don't want to offend anybody or get
Yeah.
anybody over. We
I,
are we're impartial here. We don't
yeah.
have any.
I know Ronnie and myself, we can both say that we are not happy with the situation we're in right now. So in our country. So, and it has nothing to do with whoever's running for president. It's just the situation is needs work.
Well, it's all the way down. That's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
It's down all the way down to Congress and Senate too.
Jim Bennett just says, "Don't worry, Chad's going to build a wall around his Salinas stuff." That's right. That's funny.
I'm building a wall around my thrift stores down here. So you find anything fun and interesting this week, Mr. Chad?
Yes. Would you like me to show a couple of things? Check
Sure.
this out.
Give me a
This is
give
a
me a second.
stick. Yeah, because you guys know I'm not a huge clothing buyer, but I am not going to pass up a 6X Coogee sweatshirt. And I haven't bought Coogee. The only Coogee I would ever buy is I'm going to say it, the Bill Cosby sweater. And but yeah, but I did buy that rainbow one, and I bought this one only because it makes sense. You know, get it for $10, $11 for this big, heavy sweatshirt, or it's a jacket. It's a zip up, and $50 to $100. It just makes sense. Kim picked up some really nice Danskos. I mean, they're in excellent condition. These are the kind that have the knit. It's called the knit something. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, the Dansko is a good name to buy. I think we have these for $40, I think.
It's always good too on those, and sometimes Clark shoes or even Echo to bend the shit out of the soles to make sure they're not dry rotted.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. And this is what's really neat about a lot of this stuff. This is the Microsoft Sidewinder Force Feedback 2. Okay, it's actually a really good item, and it has a really good sell through. But and this is what's really neat about, you know, you decide to buy something and you get home and just start looking it up. This particular one is actually the red version because it lights up red. Like that's red underneath there, and everything lights up red. And that red version is probably $80 to $125. So, and that's used. But yeah, that's pretty cool. And then when I found out it's the red version, but I do have something, and I need to ask everybody's help on it. This apparently has been stored, and I've had this before. If you could see, that's red, you know, that's what makes these things special. But this is force feedback. Does anybody know on rubber, after it's stored, it has a little bit of a sticky to it? I've tried rubbing alcohol and everything else. It's almost like it's not breaking down. The rubber isn't falling apart or anything, but it's almost like there's a chemical reaction that's causing the rubber to be sticky. And everything I've done, it's still sticky, and I don't know what I can do. I know I could take it off. I could undo it and actually take these handles off and like put a, yeah, the rubber's breaking down, but I don't know, wax it. That might fix it. But yeah, I don't know. I will try that. It's sticky, not stinky, Dusty. Goo Gone, no, Goo Gone won't do it. That's because the temperature not being controlled. Yeah, it was probably stored for a while. Like at a hot garage or something. So, baby powder. I don't know if I want to try baby powder. I think baby powder will just stick to it. compound and wax. I think that might be the best idea. And I do have like a little buffer, a Dremel. I might try that, but I don't think it's gonna. It's not like it makes your hand sticky or anything. I don't think if as long as you tell the buyer in the listing, that it's the rubber's a little bit sticky, but it does not transfer to your hand. I don't think they'll have a problem with it. These are actually pretty desirable. The red edition. I think it's called the red light edition or the red edition or something like that. But yeah, that was a really, really good pickup. I did find some really cool in one thrift store that we hate going to because it just never gives us anything. We went in there this time, and there was a whole bunch of tools or electronics and stuff. This is actually an Omega. It's a temperature, and you can it's got the probes, and you can do temperature crap with it. So
like
that
you
would
check the temperature of a turkey with that thing.
Yeah, no, this is industrial. I mean, there was a whole bunch of stuff in there. Like this is a TIFF combustive gas detector. I mean, this thing is in mint condition. Didn't know a whole lot about it. Just did some quick checks before I, purchased. So I ended up buying all of them, all this stuff. This is called a field piece, and it's a multimeter that has you can put different heads on it. Like this is a head. There's another one. This is the actual meter itself, and then you can plug this into it, and you can put it on and check it. This is actually the temperature head accessory. So this thing will do the same thing as what that thing will do. You can check temperature or whatever. But I mean, it's got Fluke. It came with Fluke wires or probes and all that stuff, which I don't know a whole lot about. But yeah, it's got and they've got Fluke on them, and I know Fluke is a good name brand. So got that. That's a whole kit, I guess. Instead of having a bunch of different meters, you can put the heads on it and use it for what you want. So and this is a super vac check, I guess, for refrigeration. So it's all decent. They're selling for decent money. So I went ahead and bought them all. I think I got $130 in all of them. And most of them, I think that one thing I got for $140, and I got most of these for $70 to $90. So it'll be a really good return. They might be slow sellers, but it is what it is. All right, what do you got, bud?
Of things that are not listed and already stored and that I could find next to me, there was kind of two things that were really nice I picked up. One was this cashmere jumper sweater, and I paid I don't know, $6 for this, but it is Laurel Piana.
I've never found one of those.
It'll probably retail for get about 200 for it, somewhere in there. And it was really nice. It's really soft. And the other thing was the first time I've ever come across this brand, and it was just something about the pants and everything. It's a two-piece suit, as you see here. And it's this brown and green, houndstooth window pane. And the brand on this, you had to look in the pocket because it didn't have it on the, there was no tags. And I was just so curious because it would look like it was really good quality and everything, the way the pants were made and everything. And the brand on this is Anderson and Shepherd, and they're an English company. And their suits are really high end and kind of made to order, and it's missing a button on the cuff, and it's missing the anchor button on the pants on the inside interior. But other than the few buttons missing, it's in really overall very good condition, and it should probably get. I'm assuming on the lower end $300, higher end possibly as high as 500.
Right
So
on.
those were really the two things that stood out that I have next to me. I mean,
Well, hopefully my score of the week is that bad boy right there. And then my second place score of the week would be the Selena t-shirt that I've got, because that will be special to me. So that's why that's up at the top. Craigslist Hunter, who buys this shit? Pete probably knows every single piece of that testing equipment I showed. I'm sure that stuff has walked into his shop like a million times, because I think that's the type of stuff that like pawn shops and like shops like Pete has, deals in, stuff like that. So Peter probably goes, no, that stuff's too cheap for me.
yeah, I don't know who pays that kind of money for used clothing, but on the website, I think that jumper sweater was like $1,600 on their website.
Let me ask you something. I don't think I've ever asked you this before. Okay. First of all, we know why that person goes out and spends $6,000 on a suit. Okay. They buy it new. They have the $6,000 and they buy it. They have the money to do it. Why does the secondhand buyer pay $1,000 for that suit? Is it, is the quality that much better, or is it the name brand? Or because, dude, you're wearing a suit, nobody can see what the tag is.
I think it's the quality of the suit. I think they stand up longer and better, especially with certain brands. I think like if you're going to buy something from like the Men's Warehouse or certain companies like a Stanford suit from JCPenney's, it's probably not going to last as long, and it probably looks more cheaper. A lot of people like that, going in, getting something tailored to you instead of off the rack. Just going into a store and, hey, I'm a 44 regular, I'm going to buy this, and it might not fit me 100%, but hey, it's going to work. And people just like the quality. They like how it feels. They have more money than brains, I guess. But
Right.
I ain't spending that kind of money. But it's kind of crazy because I found a pair of like Loro Piana pants, new with tags, and I still have it listed now, and the retail price on them is $900. And it's just like, who bought them? And then just, hey, I'm donating that to the thrift store. Like, that kind of threw me off a little bit. Like, and it's I found some other higher crazy end stuff in a thrift store before newer tags.
Yeah. What is Helix? $67.50 for Helix. Pete said, I'll pay you $67.50 for Helix. What's a Helix? I'm stupid then, I guess. I don't know what a Helix is.
Is it like a helicopter?
I have no clue. Did somebody say something about a Helix? Bill Brasky would. Oh, but no way, dude. Pete, you deal with this stuff. What do you think the value is on that boombox? Did you see how big it is, Pete, when I had it down earlier? You weren't in here. I got to show him. Oops. Pete, this thing is huge. I mean, it is huge. Yeah, it's every bit of. That's got to be more than 2 foot long. How long do you think it is, Ronnie?
It's just as long as you're measuring the boombox and nothing else will be fine.
Yeah, it's 2 foot. Yes, it has 2 cassette decks in it. One is for dubbing. No, it's not made by Helix. It's a Turbo Tech. Yeah,
Who
it's
made TurboTax?
huge. I don't know. We couldn't find anything on it. But I think the look itself has got enough going for it. Yeah, I'm happy about it. Dusty hooked me up. Yeah,
It's pretty cool.
yep. How many people are joining us tonight? We've got 135. Thank you for coming. And I'm going to give some shout outs. We've got Darren Eckelman. Oh, $600 for the TurboTech. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking 4 to 5 bet. I'm going to put 600 on it. I just got it. I turned it on, did a little bit with it. There's a couple of things I need to do to it. The volume pod probably needs sprayed out and stuff. So I'm going to go through it and do what I need to do on it, and then yeah, I expect it to go well. Actually, I tested it with some Debbie Gibson.
You
Hold
put that
on.
radio to shame, dude.
No, I don't know where I put them. I've got my ACDC. Hold on. Oh. Could it be? Who is Erie Johnson? These aren't it. I've got them somewhere, guys, and I know they're sitting here somewhere right in front of my face, and I'm just missing them. But yeah, trust me, I've got some good rock music to put through them. So, and I've got some good rap music to put in too. So,
Yo.
yeah, real rap music from the 80s and 90s. So, yes, Highway to Hell, we can do that one too. Yeah, we got all kinds of people. We got Nelly, Jim Bennett, Miss Sally, Midwest, Chris in Florida. Hey, Stock Jockey. Stock Jockey is one of our coin stacker friends. Mothership Products, Dwayne, hello. Margaret, Texas Scout Treasures. Darren Eckelman, Lionel Green, Matt's Plunder, James Hart, Terry Johnson, Jim S., HB Picker. Thank you all for coming. Let's see. What is let's see, you guys collect stuff. Some of you said you don't collect anything. For those of you who do collect, let's see some of the things you guys collect. Any really cool stuff? Now I know Stock Jockey collects silver and gold and bullion and stuff like that. That's a good thing to collect. Hey, there's Brooke. We got Butler. There's Treasures. Silver Hair Stacker. There's another stacker. OG Picker. Yes. Joni Kramer. Walking Picker Chris. Yes. The usual suspects are in the house. Crafty
Dutch
Caregiver.
bunnies.
People collect Star Wars board games with missing pieces. Some people do collect actually game pieces. They've got these little. I've seen somebody's game piece collection. They actually, those little pill containers, the big ones for like a whole month. They would have game pieces in those. Rolodex keys. Yeah, get with me. I need one. I had somebody rip me off. Let's see. Darth Vader. I've got a cool Darth Vader mask. I don't really need it. Hit me up, Tara Boyd. If you're really a Darth Vader collector, I've got a Darth Vader mask that I don't know where it's at. That used to be sitting right here, and it's not sitting there anymore. But it had that little electronic thing on it, and if you're really a Darth Vader collector, get a hold of me and I'll be happy to send it to you. It's pretty cool. I mean, you can put it on your face and stuff, but get a hold of me.
Rare cookbooks.
I tell you what, man, there are some valuable cookbooks out there. But I think this is also really important to keep in mind. Just because something's collectible, it doesn't mean it has to be worth a lot of money. You know, so uh,
My
actually,
new,
if you get into collecting stuff that's not expensive, that's a good collector to be in. You know.
I was thinking about I used to know someone that collected elephants. They had like everything was elephant. The coffee table, and they had figurines everywhere.
Yeah, I remember growing up, my Aunt Jackie, everything was turtles. She collected turtles. Everything. And it's just people collect certain things that make them feel good.
I
So,
had a phase for a while where I had lions. I must have been like 19 or 20.
yeah.
And I remember I got a lion made of bone in Mexico and then paperweight. And it was just weird. And it was like people would give you things, and after a while, it was like, whoa, 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 I don't need these things. I still got them all. They're in a tote somewhere around here.
Yeah.
A whole tote of lions.
Where's my old folks at in here? Because when I say old folks, you'll know what I mean when I say this. Who had an uncle that had a beer can collection? I'm talking beer cans. I don't know. There's just that beer cans everywhere. Not because they just drank. No, they collected them. I mean, they were literally a whole wall. You know, because they can like tape them and stick them to the wall or whatever. But if you're older like I am, you'll know what I'm talking about with the beer can collections. Yeah.
Ex-wives. Somebody's got a collection of ex-wives.
Yeah. Yeah, the
Beanie
pull tabs.
Babies. Remember Beanie Babies?
Oh yeah.
I mean, if you really collect that, you would have lost your ass. Those things.
We didn't like collect them, but I sold some for some good money.
I think I was probably the only person that never sold one of those things.
Yeah.
I remember one of the sports card stores that I used to go to all the time. He started almost always, I mean, just going into Beanie Babies. And then when the Beanie Baby market kind of died off, he couldn't recover because people stopped going there to buy cards because he went to Beanie Babies, a lot of them, and he went out of business.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, where's it at? Where's it at? Somebody. Yes, Jim Bennett. That is exactly right. They would open the bottoms of the cans to preserve and typically they were pull tabs. They weren't just like pop opens. No, they were pull tabs, and that's how all the beer was. Or you literally had to use a can opener like this because there was no pull tab. You just and drink it like that. That's if you can remember a beer can like that, then yes.
Used to put oil in my car doing the same thing.
Yes, that's a MX 935. How did you know, Midwest? That's what that is. Did you find it?
I think earlier he said it was a Lax, a Laxio.
Yeah,
What
it's a
was his comment? I seen it, but it was going so fast, and now I can't find it.
MX 935. That is the actual model number. It says. Get with me, Midwest, if you don't mind. Next
You have
thing
a
you're gonna
big
tell me is
cane.
like, oh yeah, I do have a huge cane collection. Maybe one day I'll show by off my cane collection. Yes, it's the MX 935.
Lenko. I was wrong. Lenko.
Yeah. Tell me it's $1,000. Yes, 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 yes. Um, oh yeah, there are some huge collectors of like serial killers and murderers and all kinds of stuff like that. Yeah, people do collect stuff like that. I tell you what, if There's people that collect pins. There's people that collect. I don't know if any of you guys know what this is, but this is an old milk bottle top. It's an unused one, and people collect these, and some of these can be worth well over $100. This one is actually the um, oh, it's a fraternal order of something, IOOF, um, up in Greensburg, Indiana, where I came from. So the milk rounds, milk tops, yes, yes, yeah, Pog, yeah. But yeah, I mean, almost anything has a collectible version of it. I mean, it really does. I mean, there's people that collect loops, magnifying glasses. There's some out there that are actually gold, and they just. I'm just looking around my desk and looking at things. There's pins. People collect pins. There's people that collect loops. There's people that collect slides. There's people collect Nintendo games. Yard Sale Hunter. Kim picked these up today. Do the Nintendo
I
3DS
think
sell
I think he
anymore?
went to bed.
This is the Ninja Turtles 3DS. I think 3DS. Yeah, 3DS. I don't know. She got 4 games for $4. So thimbles, yeah, and a lot of the stuff that was used that actually had a purpose, you know, that aren't really used anymore is collected. EUC means excellent use condition. Dude, Midwest, where are you finding all this information? Because I couldn't find anything on this. He's saying that the Lenco was silver and the TurboTech was black. Yes, correct. This is the TurboTech 935. 3DS is the newest one out. Awesome. Then maybe I got a decent score on that. But basically the same unit. Right on. Now tell me what that other unit's selling for and make me feel good. If it's not, then don't tell me.
uh,
So your wife's been gone since Thursday. How much longer is she going to be gone?
she'll be back Tuesday morning, April 5th. I think it's April 5th. I don't know
Have you
exactly
ever
what
gotten a
day.
call and say, I think I'm going to stay another week?
No, I have a doctor's appointment that was actually moved up a week. I guess one of my tests did not come back too good. I guess so. She's kind of curious on what's going on. I hate when they tell you, "Oh, we need you to come in early," or something on your test didn't work out right, and then they don't tell you why.
Oh,
It's like, what wasn't good in the test? Um, and then she just knows. I was talking to her today. Actually left Dusty at one point in a hangout to talk to her on a hangout. She was talking to me about an apartment that she liked down there. She's kind of down there looking at apartments and getting some dental work done. It's so surprising how much cheaper dental work is down there. She was told here that she needed about $5,000 of dental work done. She gets there and the doctor's like, "No, you don't need that tooth taken out. No, that's not a cavity. It's just a little dirty." Gave her like a cleaning and fixed a cavity, and it was like $150.
oh.
That's like nothing. That's cheap. I think it's a cleaning's like $150 now.
Well, anything like that, I'm like, I go to the VA, man.
But I mean, when they told her like 5 grand last year, I was like, "Ooh, you're gonna have to wait till you go to the Dominican Republic to get that done." And it's
Mhm.
been literally like a year. I kind of feel bad. Her tooth was bothering her for a while, but 5 grand, it's a lot of cash.
Yeah,
And then to find out that it's like, what is wrong with this dental place that they were just trying to get money? Like some shadiness right there.
yeah. You know, Sue just brought something out about her granddaughter collecting pillow pets. That just sounds dirty. A little bit. But no, and I was thinking about this. I think, if you're a grandparent or a parent of a young child, get them collecting something, at a young age to where they understand the concept of building something up. And it doesn't have to be expensive. I mean, it could be different color, stovepipe, those little stovepipe cleaners, different color ones, when they find one at a thrift store, hey, there's one. I mean, just anything like that, and have them build on it. And I think it'll really help them understand the concept of building something. And it's something they can be proud of too. So whenever, grandma or grandpa comes over, you can ask them, how's your collection doing? So whether it be quarters or pennies or I mean anything. So okay, yeah, I love, man. I could talk all kinds of. Dude, I forgot about my cane collection, and I just got a cane recently to add to it.
How many do you have? Because I remember seeing the picture of it, but
Yeah, it's getting out of control, Kim. We had it. I had it up by the front door, because I have this thing and they're all in it. Well, she like put it around the corner.
next thing you know, it's in the closet.
Yeah, it's getting closer and closer to the closet. But yeah, I have silver handled canes and hand carved canes from 100 years ago. Just I've got a ton of there's just all kinds of the bamboo canes, just everything. So yeah, I collect collections. I don't know. It's just something about. There's a lot of things I like.
I know there's people that collect clothing.
Oh yeah.
I know for a while we every time almost I would get any piece of Willis and Geiger clothing, I sold it to this one guy and he told me he collects it. And in the last few times I emailed him, I never heard back from him. So something happened to him, I guess, or he just said, I could find it cheaper on eBay than buying through you.
Yeah. What the heck? I'm trying to
Somebody,
read what Pete sent me, and I have no idea what. Oh, well, that's not it. I think he sent me. Oh, we're getting closer, maybe. I think he found a picture of a boombox, but I haven't found it yet. I'll go through and look. Thanks, Pete. I'll check it out. Um, Chad Kim listed them on eBay. Do what now? No, Kim would never list anything from my collection. But of course, I'm also a realistic person too. If I ever got into a bind or something, absolutely I'd sell my collection off. I'm not that proud of it. If I needed, you know, a liver or something, I'd sell everything I got. I don't care. So
trying to tell us something.
yeah. No, I mean it's I like the stuff. I'm not a hoarder, but it's like some things I like a whole lot more, than other things. But yeah.
The cane collection would be the first thing to go.
Actually, the cane collection probably is one of the most valuable collections I have now that I think about it.
You only need one when you're getting older, Dad.
Yeah, yeah.
Try to buy one for every day of the month.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, we got any questions? Don't sell
I'm
the
getting
cane.
tired.
Yeah, Ronnie's been on like for 3 hours today, so we'll be easy on him and close this out here very soon. Any final questions before we go, guys? We really appreciate you hanging out with us. If you liked what you heard tonight, feel free to hit that like button. We would appreciate it. And once again, Ronnie, we started a show without a topic, and we ended up on collections. Hey!
Yay!
I saw you were on there with Rakin, and so many people have like before their show. I mean, it's like okay, from 9 to 9:05, we're going to talk about this. From 9:05 to 9:10, we're going to talk about this. It's a very detailed, scheduled show. We've never done it. we just go on the fly, and it is what it is. And even if we do have a topic, we end up on something else. But that's just how we are.
Usually the topic, unfortunately, you can't fill a whole show with a topic for an hour. It just seems that you get over it too quick, usually a majority of the
Yeah,
time.
yeah. And I like having the audience really take us where they want to go, and I think that's a really good format that we do. I enjoy it that way, and I don't know, between, you got Pete. As far as our like little group, you got Pete, Ronnie, Dusty, and myself. Uh, there's probably not a whole lot of things out there that we couldn't talk on, but it's just getting it going, or coming up with uh, the idea for it. But it's just a matter of coming on, being real, talking about real things, and that's what we try to do. But Andrew, dude, I want to thank you so much. That is so awesome. Um, Dude, that's like got a really, that will have a spot. Uh, the Panasonic plunger 8-track players. It's got issues, and we may be able to get that thing going and rock out to some Elvis on it. Right on. Looking forward to getting the Panasonic.
All right, everyone. Thank you all for coming through tonight. We'll see you later. Have a good night.
Yes.
Uh, if there's anything you want us to talk about in the future, just let us know down below or hit us up, and we'll try to help you out as best we can or chat about it. But with that being said, have a good night.
Thanks, guys.